Testing. 1 and 2 and 3. Go ahead and go here. Go ahead and jump over to the scans real quick. So that's what we're looking at over there. So today we are seeing a low float called CDT that's up. It's up 72%. It is pretty much the only one that's up with volume. 12 million shares traded on it. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our due diligence here. CDT, let's see what it's talking about. First off, though, today is the 7th, so we got anything. So we have a speech by Governor Bowman at 9:25. Bank regulation. We have another speech by Kugler on entrepreneurship and aggregate productivity in Florida around lunchtime. So 2 speakers today. Let's go ahead and look into CDT. And I was actually already, I think this is their news for today. Conduit for Pharmaceutical. Yeah. So Conduit Pharmaceuticals transitions to phase 2 of Sarborg collaboration to support AI-driven drug development. So this is a collaboration. Let's see. Conduit and Sarborg complete all milestones of phase 1 of their AI-driven drug development collaboration and commence transitioning to phase 2, which will focus on the developing personalized software dashboards to enhance efficiency, decision-making, and operational agility of its current and future portfolio. All right, so we're working on the dashboard together. I don't know how hot that news is going to be. Now, today is Friday, so a lot of times we see Freaky Friday. Some of the things that are doing things during pre-market are not the things that actually affect the day. Let's see, I just got a message. But yeah, we'll see if anything new pops up on the open. Let's go and check out its float and all of that good stuff. So Conduit, CDT, I looked at their profile. Phase 1 trials. Let's see. Conduit Pharmaceuticals Inc., a clinical stage specialty biopharmaceutical company, develops pharmaceutical products that provides unmet medical needs in areas of autoimmune disease and idiopathic male infertility. Its pipeline includes AZD1656, which has completed phase 1 trials for treatment of type 2 diabetes, renal transplant, Hashimoto's thyroiditis, and thyroiditis, and Graves' disease. Man, so it's got a couple of things that it does, which has completed phase 1 clinical trial, idiopathic male infertility. The company was founded in 2019, based in San Diego, California. Conduit Pharmaceuticals Limited is a subsidiary of Corvus Capital Limited. So let's go look at Corvus Capital. Corvus Capital. Corvus Pharmaceuticals. I guess Corvus Capital may not be a thing. Corvus Capital. Limited. Okay, Corvus Capital, it aims to provide growth capital for proven assets and businesses. All right. Good morning, Peter. Good morning. Nothing to see here. Jobs report was this morning, 30 minutes ago. Let me see. I think I saw that. Let me see. Jobs report, consumer credit, interest rates, assets, blah, blah, blah. We'll see how that job reports looks. I forgot the website I used to use for was it this? Was it FOMC? Consumers, jobs. Maybe it was another dedicated website for job reports. Yeah. Okay, let me do that. Okay, U.S. economy has added just 143 jobs in January, 143,000 jobs in January. U.S. employers added blah blah blah. Jobs report U.S. today. January jobs report growth less than the forecast, probably. What to expect? They got to fill the jobs that just got vacated. Jobs report today will offer that. December jobs report. I want to know about like recent. So let's go to anytime. Let's go to this past 24 hours. Business Insider, that CBS News. All of them are saying 143,000 jobs, and they're saying that it's less than anticipated. But I mean, like I said, they still gotta fill the jobs that have been vacated. Employers added January unemployment rate at 4%. Hiring slowed in January as U.S. employers added that amidst the Los Angeles wildfires, frigid weather across much of the nation, and uncertainty generated by President Trump's trade and immigration policy. So that makes sense. But payroll gains for the previous 2 months were revised up to a whopping 100,000, depicting even more robust picture of labor market at the end of 2024. The unemployment rate, which is calculated from a separate survey, fell from 4.1 to 4%, an 8th-month low. Economists has estimated 170,000 jobs were added last month. Okay. All right. I guess I'll throw these into the chat if you just want to look at what I'm looking at. And this other one, what is this business? Oh no, not a subscription. All right. Anyway, let's jump back over to CDT. What is it looking like now? It's kind of looked away from it. All right, so it had a point of control of 273, and it does not look like it's trying to get over that just yet. All of the charts are in agreement that 273 is the thing that is the problem. So looking over here on my 30-minute, the hour, point of control, 273, 273, 273. So yeah, 273 is definitely a point of, I wouldn't say a point of interest, but a point where liquidity definitely rotated around there. And now it's heading on down, so it's done. Did a little indecisive pop up here, 1, 2, 3, and now 4 is looking like it wants to break down this 250. It's still up 67% with 13 million shares traded on it, but we'll see what else that wants to do. Let's go to Yahoo Finance and see if there's any other reports out. This is how Fridays usually are. There's some like one stock that's kind of taking attention, you know, getting people in there, and then it smokes everybody, and then the stock that makes no sense comes up, and it's like, oh man, I don't want to trade that one because I already lost on CDT. And it's like, you know, we kind of get left in the dirt because it's moving so fast. Okay, labor market flashes more resilience to start 2025. Amazon's revenue finally overtakes Walmart's. Well, I'm surprised that took so long. Um, let's see. Do Trump's tariffs make real retail stocks totally untouchable? Sluggish, blah blah blah. AMD stock slump shows there's no silver medal in AI. So a couple little articles in here. Okay, but we'll see. The only way I'm really gonna be probably interested in trading CDT is if it stays. Let me go look at the daily chart actually. So looking over here on the daily chart with CDT, but that's irrelevant. It's not at $5. CDT 281 is the level that we see it having problems with. It does have a little gap up here, but it is a collaboration. So will it get the gas to go up here is the question. Up here, and it looks like it found resistance at one point. Now this is the daily chart, so one of these days got shoved out of this gap fill. Then the next couple of candles were coming down, and this 281 is where it's having some issues. So the daily chart doesn't look absolutely great. The volume for this type of stock being $2.60 doesn't look absolutely great. But we'll see, and the excitement as well, because it's a lot of indecision. I mean, look, it's like 1, 2, 3. These are 15, or let me bring you over here. These are 15-minute candles of indecision. So 15 minutes where people are like, I don't know. And so, that's definitely a sign that there is some type, or is going to be some type of weakness in this area around 273. But it is 8:12. We have about 15 minutes to the bell. Hopefully you guys' week has been going good. Mine, I've been getting back on the horse. I'm green on the week, just kind of building out. Crazy thing is, I'm not oversizing. I'm not. Yesterday I traded QNTM. I played it pretty small, but still made some profits on it. So on QNTM over here, what I just do? QNTM over here, I saw it ramp up and I saw it pull back to the ATR high. This was my first entry down here around 13 bucks. I think I got 13.15 or something like that. It rolled up and I took profit around this level of the 15.87. Then it fell. So as it was falling, I was still holding a little bit of my position. I think I had like maybe 10 shares left or something like that. So, or maybe it was lower than that. It was like 5 or something. It crashed down, and then I saw it holding this level here. I was like, that looks interesting. So I waited for this candle to close, and I waited for a overtake of this, the body of this candle. It started overtaking it, kind of started holding in here. So I entered a little bit, and I was playing smaller on this one, and entered a little bit, and then it boomed up. And I was selling up here. I didn't exactly sell at 18 because I thought it was going to go all the way to 20. And so it pulled back again to like 17. So I sold some around 17 because I thought it was going to crash out, which it actually ended up pulling back. And then the next candle came out with another indecision. So we had a pattern of indecisions. We had this one right here. This 15 minute at this 15 minute at the ATR high that I took. This 15 minute right here. And I took pretty much the break back over this level, break back over 1550. And then we had this one. And so I was kind of scared of this one. This was the third time that it did this. And I was like, I think I'm going to leave it alone. And that's exactly what I did. I did not take any more trades on this. it did go back up and kind of fake out again and went down, but I was scared of that third time. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, should I take just one share and see what happens? I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm not even gonna tempt fate. I'm good. But yeah, those three indecisions definitely had me scared on that third one. If we look at the pre-market for this, it had indecision here as well. So indecision came down, a lot of just wicks going everywhere, and then it came out with this full force from 1284 all the way up to 15. And I was like, okay, this thing pulls back and holds our ATR high, I'm taking this trade. And that's exactly what it did. Came back down here, popped in, boom, got that move, held a little bit, another boom up, and then the third one I didn't take coming into lunch, or not really lunchtime, but like right around 11 ish, and then lunchtime, which it had quite a bit of a failure. Anyway, CDT is still leading on the day, which is not great because it's not really looking beautiful. If you guys are seeing any other low floats that I'm not seeing right now, let me know. Maybe they don't have enough volume or something that's keeping them off, because currently the lowest volume ticker that I see is right around 3 million. So it may be something that's a little bit lower than 3 million that's moving, that hasn't popped up here yet, but it's got a lot of competition on the board. Got Nvidia up here right behind CDT. So if CDT fails, Nvidia will be right behind it. PLTR, BBAI, BABA, SOXL, CGC took a fall. That's gonna disappear. That's a cannabis stock. IP, don't know exactly what that is. SMCI, the semiconductors, and then LAES. So we'll see what happens. Got about less than 15 minutes to go. And some more indecision on CDT. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 15 minutes that have closed in indecision. So it's going to have to make a choice. Either it's going to break 281 or it's going to break down 250. Whoops. Where is my other drawing tool? 250 right here. And volume is kind of slowing down on CDT as well with all this indecision. Let's look at the NQ. NQ from yesterday made a move over the ATR, crashed below the ATR, got back. So a lot of indecision yesterday, and that could be kind of what was happening with QNTM with all the indecision in the market overall, not being able to hold up and kind of slashing. But by the end of the day, it did hold above the ATR high and move higher. This second session here opened up yesterday at 5. I think it opens up at 5 p.m. So it played up, came back down, bounced out the ATR, and is now actually holding the ATR up. So it does look a little bit more bullish today, as long as it doesn't crash back below 21, maybe 21. What's this point of control? 21,856 is the point of control right now, but the ATR high is down here at 21,843. So still pretty bullish. But yeah, kind of a lame scan on this morning for small caps. Let's actually look at Nvidia and see what it's doing. Nvidia kind of been tidal waving during the pre-market, down and up and down and up. PLTR took a move from $100 up here, consolidated 107, end of day, bounced up into the 110s, the teens. BBAI, I don't know why that thing has so much volume, but yeah, definitely not looking like it's trying to continue uptrend. It actually looks like it's in consolidation. BABA Big move up with a sweep down. Let's see. So went up here to 107 and came back to 104. We'll see how that does. Only up 4%. CGC, the cannabis stock, took a nice little dump from 280s down here to almost $2. 22%. SMCI making its way up. 34.80. Sitting at 34.65 right now. LAES. And this is our pre-market stuff, so we have to actually see what the actual temperature of these are during intraday, because they could just dive. They really could. They could just explode. But we want to see it come into our session and play around. Market doesn't fear tariffs. Nah, we don't fear tariffs. Not at all. Not when we have the opportunity to create things here, right? If you're buying something from China or, somewhere else and you pay a higher price on it, eventually you're going to say, I need to, see if I can find this in the US being created. Because someone somewhere is creating this product. NKLA is going bankrupt. Is what nothing to see here called out. Let's see, NKLA. Wow, they're under a dot. Wait, no. They closed yesterday at 75 cents, but dropping all the way to 50 cents this morning. Let me go and see what's happening on NKLA. I believe, wasn't that a previous big mover or something like that? Let me go over here to the other charts. Maximize. Wasn't that a big mover at one point? Okay, so it's been trading for a while. 2018 had this. I think it did some type of reverse split because I don't remember ever being that high. But yeah, it's definitely died off. Just looking at the pattern going down. NKLA Nikola Corp. Nikola Corp is what that is. NKLA. Okay, so Nikola Corp press releases. What has happened here? Okay, last news on it was December 18th. Nikola secures new Hyla location in West Sacramento. They posted their third quarter results back in October. Man, they haven't put anything out in a while. Let's go to NKLA. Okay, news. Nikola considers bankruptcy, capping EV makers' wild ride. Nikola Corp is exploring a possible bankruptcy filing, according to people familiar with the matter, following a tumultuous period in which the electric truck maker was swung between stock market darling and scandal-plagued enterprise. All right. Company is working with law firm and financial advisors to prepare the potential Chapter 11 filing, which will protect it from creditors amid the cash crunch. Company has been on a dramatic journey since it went public in 2020 through a deal with a special purpose acquisition company. Interesting. I say interesting. Not that interesting. It's dying, is what it's doing. And they'll probably, in the future, I guarantee you, they're gonna do the name change so no one remembers them. Change it to something maybe not so similar, but yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's not a long-term threat. It's not a long-term threat to our economy for sure. Because the thing is, a lot of the funds that were cut, like the funds to Zimbabwe, the funds to some of these other countries that are going out from the U.S. Millions of dollars. Um, I know they cut like a 40, was it a 40 billion or 40 million dollar one from Zimbabwe, their HIV and contraceptive fund. It basically allows them either free condoms or free contraceptives because it's just running rampant over there with the HIV and STDs passing around. And so we were sending money over there for that. They cut that. A lot of the money going out just got paused. And so people are having to figure out, hey, how can I do this myself? How can us as a country do this ourselves instead of being so, it's not really just interdependent. I think it's gone on so long that people are kind of like, they lean on it so hard. It's like, I don't even want to find a solution for myself. I just want to lean so hard on these funds. And so that's what we're seeing with the cutting of some of these funded processes is people saying, "Hey, you know what? Let's do this ourselves." So, I mean, it's not a long term. I don't think it's a long term problem or issue or threat in the overall markets. I just see it as an opportunity for people to come in and fill the void. But anyway, CDT over here still chopping around. I'm not touching CDT. CDT seems like it's going to be hunting for souls. I'm looking for something else to pop up here that looks relatively okay. Well, I say I'm not going to touch CDT. I'll keep an eye on it because it's still up 70%, but it may be unpredictable with its move up. Like it may just do something. It's like, oh, that's what we're doing now. Okay. But we'll see. Speaking of, let's go ahead and look at his float and all of that stuff just in case on Conduit. We have about 3 minutes left to the bell. No rush trading today because it is Friday and we may get one of those Freaky Friday pops of something else that doesn't make sense. Conduit, press releases, Conduit Pharmaceuticals, bam, bam, bam. Okay, let's see what we got. So we did that. Let's go check the floats for Conduit. See these insiders, because I really didn't look into it that hard. Statistics. Float for Conduit is looking like 53.7. Is this right? 53 points. That's a pretty high float there. Let's just I'm gonna back check that. And we got some heavy insiders, but that float is not looking great. Let's go over here to Market Watch, CDT. That may be why it's so indecisive, actually. Floats not even on here. Let's go to FinViz, CDT. Floats, it says under a million over here. So between a million and 53 million is what I'm seeing reported. So that's a pretty wide range. All right, let's actually see if it has any kind of crazy shelves. It does have a shelf registration put in on February 5th, 2025. So 2 days ago, shelf registration. So that may be another cause for these actions. So I'm definitely on the fence when it comes to Conduit. CDT, don't trust it. Got shelf registrations, got weak news. It's got everything that you kind of don't want to touch. All right. But now the markets are open. We're looking around. Like I said, it's got a choice. Either it's going to break above 281 or it's going to break down 250s. And right now, the ATR high is up here at 289, and it has not gone that direction yet. Well, looking like it wants to go towards 250 real quick, just to kind of touch and agree with it. Stopping just before that 250 level. Okay, there's a little pump down, slight. Oh, never mind. Got through the 250 a bit. So that's what I was saying, man. It's got a lot of reasons to go down. Shelf registration, collaboration news, you know, yeah. All right, so let's go look at NVIDIA, PLTR, some of these other ones that are leading the way today. So this, we got IP. I don't even know what IP is. It looks like some kind of larger float stock. Go look at it. IP. Oh boy, TOS. Here goes the lags. All right, CDT, NVIDIA. Okay, that one came up quick. PLTR. Okay. BBAI. BABA. Okay, headed upward. Amazon. Amazon. Oh yeah, Amazon did just beat Walmart. Remember we read that Amazon revenues overtook Walmart finally, but it is still red on the day. But it looks like it wants to come back green. Amazon. SOXL, super micro. Okay. CDT all the way down to 231. So that one's out of my league, going to the downside. No reason to buy that one. Just looking around, BABA is the next big mover. If you guys are seeing anything else popping up on your scans, definitely popping into the chat and we will get into it. SMCI pumping on up there. Amazon still red on the day. So SMCI and BABA are looking like they're pump. Now they don't have a whole bunch of volume yet. They have 6 million and 7 million respectively. SMCI has 6 million. BABA has just hit 8 million. BBAI making its way up as well. All of these are getting above the ATR highs. So ATR high here is 105.55, heading towards this previous top of 106. SMCI over the ATR highs. BBAI up there. SOXL. What is the NQ doing? If SOXL is up here, NQ must be doing some good stuff. Okay, yep. All right, so this is what we're looking at pre-market. It started holding this ATR high, and that's why I was thinking bullish on this. So it did get up there and do a breakout of this previous level. Interesting. Let's go to NVIDIA. NVIDIA following it up too. Yep. So all of the large caps, or the ones that are like, yeah, large caps, are following the market upward right now. But it is Friday, so will this continuation, will people love this enough to stay with it? CT. Okay, so CT, CDT trying to come back up here, and the 250 is looking like it's going to be becoming resistance. The only reason I'm saying that is because look where it came from. This thing, the top of this candle was 267, and it's coming back and tapping this 250 here. So I'm thinking, okay, that's becoming resistance. Now, if there was a green bar maybe up to this level, and it's kind of testing to get through it, then I'm like, okay, well maybe that resistance is about to break. But this whole thing is looking kind of nasty for it. Baba pushing on up here to the previous highs of 10 or not $106 up there. BBAI, wasn't this one in a downtrend? No, it's in consolidation. I don't know if I would touch that one, but BABA, I don't think it was in consolidation. It's actually moving up. It has a nice little uptrend here. SMCI. So yeah, low flows today looking questionable, but the higher flow stocks are looking pretty good for a continuation, maybe throughout the day or whatnot into the weekend. You see Farm. Let me look at Farm. FARM. Up 49%. This is Farmer Brothers. $2.83. How much volume? It might be that volume the reason that I don't see it. It just hit 10 million. Just hit 10 million. So it's gonna have to pump up a little bit for me to see it though. But I do see it hitting 10 million, so it should be popping up here soon. Let me just force. Oh, there. Did it just do it? No. What's the ATR on this one? That may be keeping it off as well. What's the ATR? ATR of 18 cents. That's why. So ATR isn't big enough for me yet. It's not big enough, bro. It's getting there. It's just not big enough yet. I was like, something's got to be keeping this out. If it's not volume, it's the ATR or, something else. But ATR is not big enough for me. Maybe after the close of this candle, maybe it'll, be getting there. But it's got the volume. It does not have the percent gain yet. It's only up 46%. CDT popping back up here. Look at this soul trapper. Look at this soul trapper here. Coming up to ATR. This is the first test up to ATR past this previous level. So I'm thinking it's going to crash out and stay below 281. But, it's just throwing a wick up there. Was not able to get through the ATR high, which is the 293 yet. And so this one is actually meeting the criteria other than those weaknesses. The what do we look at? The shelf registrations and the collaboration news, those weaknesses. But it tapped ATR high and it probably tapped ATR low down here. But yeah, kind of floating in this area, could crash out. Farm has a little bit of work to do though. All right, CDT getting back below this 281 after touching ATR high, was not able to hold up there and getting forced back into submission under this 281. Let's go to Farm. Farm coming back to ATR high. Slightly holding, but yeah, not exactly meeting the criteria just yet. Donnell says he's into CDT, 100 shares at 284. CDT. Hopefully you cut that. 284 was right above this level. But now it's in big indecision again. Come on, Farm. Put some work in. Put some work in, Farm. Farm might be the freaky mover of today. Let's go and look at Farm. Some more of its attributes. Some more of its attributes. 17 hours ago, Farms reports second quarter fiscal results. So some earnings from yesterday afternoon. Let's go Farm. Farmer Brothers. We got Farmer Brothers Company. The float is 16.14 million over here. Kind of lower insider holding there. Farm. I think CDT is off limits for me though. For sure. CDT is acting crazy. It did get back up. Let me look at the floats for farm on the other sites. Because this is the first 15 minutes. I usually wait the first 15 minutes anyway. It is 8:40. About to have to get to my morning meeting, and then I'll come back and see if anything is actually wanting to play ball. Okay, let's go to profile. What does Farmer Brothers do? They're out of Fort Worth, Texas, engages in roasting, wholesale equipment service, and distribution of coffee and tea. Okay, coffee and tea. It was founded in 1912. Coffee and tea catalyst, man. Okay. Well, CDT is playing up here again against the ATR highs. I don't know about farm. It's gonna have to do some work to even make it on my scanners. But CDT is up here. And it continues to play around with this 281. Yeah, CDT is gonna have to close this going towards, yep, okay. So I got my meeting getting ready to start off that I'm about to jump to. But CDT is one that's on watch. It's up 91%. It just needs to hold above 281s. Below 281s, I'm thinking it's dead. It's got to hold this level. And if it blasts down off of this ATR high, it's really going to be bad. But yeah, 281 is that level. Right now, across the board, 273 is the point of control. So it's right below the 281s, which could be another line in the sand for you. So 275-ish up to 281s, it needs to hold above that. As far as, let's see, pins, CS, CLSK, it's up there, BBA, SMCI still grinding up. Okay. Well, right now, CDT is the best looking small cap trying to hold up, but with these indecisions and these big spreads on such a cheap stock, you got to kind of be careful. Okay. Got some additions to my losing the biggest losers on the day, so I'll go and check that on my other platform. But anyway, I'm about to jump out of here. I'm going to be looking for this thing to survive a pullback above this 281, 273 level where those the point of control is right now, and that previous level that it's been struggling with. But yeah, not going to be jumping too early. Going to be patient, watching it. Maybe it needs to do a confirmation on the 281. If it does confirmation as far as coming down, tapping it, breaking it, and reclaiming 281 after this, then it might be interesting. But if it just breaks it and goes through 273 and starts going down, it's kind of like in limbo at that point. But anyway, appreciate you guys for tuning in for sure. I'm about to jump into this meeting. I already see people already joining, so yeah, let me get over here and see what the issues are. You guys have a great day. If we end up trading anything, or I end up trading anything, I slap it into the Discord, what I'm looking at before the trade and all that good stuff. So if you're not in the Discord, it is free. It's join. The link is in the chat. You know, you can get in there and see what's going on throughout the day. And that's where we continue conversation. But anyway, that is it for me today. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Let's see what we got here.